And we are live, guys. How you doing today, Clive?
I am good. I'm good. How about yourself, Chris?
Nice, not bad, not bad. Going to actually spend a little bit of time with my mom here in a little bit, so I figured we could
Well,
go do a live because today is, of course, Mother's Day here in America.
well, my mother has predeceased me, so that's something I don't have to. That's not a concern anymore.
Yeah.
So now, on the other hand, Don's mother is still alive,
I gotcha.
and she is. Oh my God, he's posting screen texts or whatever. God, what a horrible, horrible, horrible one. Horrible, awful, awful, awful.
Really,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, just figured we'd come on live. I ended up going to a wedding yesterday with my girlfriend. Talk about bad. We had to wait like 3 hours for the bride. Like, really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me put it this way. Was your girlfriend looking at the bride, then looking down at herself, then looking at you, then looking at the bride? Or that's the only thing about taking the girlfriend to a wedding. It's like, oh,
yeah. Nah. She knows it'll be a little bit. So it's all good. But no real topic today though, guys. Just like I said, all the which we really never have female viewers, not much, anyways.
Right.
Happy Mother's Day. What's going on, Ken? Ken from Pittsburgh. How you doing, bud? What watch you wearing today, Clyde?
Actually, I'm wearing a vintage chronograph.
Nice.
I'm wearing a Wittenauer 3256 from the 1950s. It's a 2-register, and it's from. It's got a Venus 188 in it.
Nice. What's up, James? How you doing, bud?
So it's an earlier version. That's how you can tell it's from the 50s. And later on, they went from the Venus to the Valjoux movement.
Okay.
So what's nice, though, about these movements, though, is 35 millimeters. It also has contrast. And you can see what time it is. And it's easy to read. The registers on it are tiny comparatively.
Okay.
Of course, my Hoyer has a big eyes, which is enormous. The 2 registers on this one, of course, on the left at 9 o'clock, you've just got the rotating seconds, and then you've got like a 30-minute register at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And it still gets the job done, and it's still quite legible because of that.
Nice.
And actually, the Wittenauer and that's also just an old, widely regarded vintage chronograph.
Okay.
And actually, for the period of its time, 35, it was kind of a big boy for its time.
Yeah. I'm wearing a Boulder, one of the new ventures they just released. It's actually a prototype. It's a titanium one. Pretty nice little piece. It's like a little 38 mil, but it's like a field watch, like a camo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually used. I believe it uses like recycled materials on the dial, but it's like they give it like a camo look. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and I actually picked up a couple of vintage field watches, just incredibly cheap. So nice.
Nice. You've been picking up a lot of vintage lately, hadn't you?
I think vintage right now. Well, the thing is, though, I think it's about the only thing that's still out there, and it's drying up. Everything is going effing nuts. It's going nuts.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anything that has just anything that's caught the attention of the public in general is disappearing, or the prices are going way, way, way up.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about it off camera, but did you catch that episode, the one I told you about?
Yes, I did.
And you saw what I was talking about, right?
Where Nico, yeah.
Yeah.
And then a few people pointed out that he was then slagging on Nico, but he was being a big coward about it because he waited till Nico left.
Yeah.
But then again, what did we expect?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be like the M7 was a little bit before my time. I've heard stories, I've heard legends and yarns about the M7. But I almost wonder if this is going to be another repeat of it. And also, when I first came on, you would have, you would have TGV and Fed and Tristan. I'm sorry, and Christian from what is it? What is it?
Theo and Harris.
Theo and Harris. You see, I'm so used to saying Tristan from Leo and Ferris that I've almost forgotten what the real name of the real channel is. Just Tristan and Hannah from Leo and Ferris. But you see, actually, one of my favorite things to do was just to sit there, and I actually like to listen to those three when they were on together.
Yeah, when they were working together, they were pretty good together.
Because each one had a different perspective, and each one have a different take on something, both on a watch, on a reference, on a brand, or just the collector perspectives, or just the industry as a whole.
Yeah. Because you had Tristan had the vintage knowledge, then TGV was like kind of more the affordable end of the spectrum, and then you had Federico was more on the higher end.
Right. Yeah. So I actually thought that was great, but of course, giant egos and little dicks had to get in the way, and I think that'll be that way with the Timebeast gentlemen trying to have And personally, I kind of think 3 people is probably ideal for a live stream. Anything more than that, and you're going to have people talking over each other.
Yeah. Yeah, people trying to get a word in.
Or some people being squeezed out entirely.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. Back in the day when they worked together, it was a pretty good show.
And the thing is, one of the things I actually heard about the M7, why the M7 didn't, well, of course, and the reason why the M7 didn't work is also huge egos and tiny little dicks.
Yeah.
One of the things I heard was that Archie would come along and do the least amount of effort, but he thought, well, I've been around the longest. I'm the most established. I'm the one that's bringing in viewers. Therefore, I should have the flipping so guys. Therefore, I should have the lion's, I should have the lion's share of the proceeds, or all the proceeds. Now, whether that's true or not, don't know. I'm just relating what I've been told.
Yeah, I got you. Now it makes me wonder too, though. Like, does he actually really have beefs with these people, or does he just kind of create them?
It's hard to tell. If
it's not part of the act.
Yeah, it could be part of the act, or it could be quite legitimate. Is this just cool and calculated, or does he have genuine personality disorders?
Yeah.
And is he a jealous, lazy narcissist, or is he shrewdly manipulating people? Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, because he was trying to say that Nico took his character or whatever. It's like, it's like that's how Nico really is, I guess.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of playing himself.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But he's also got the breasts of a 45-year-old woman. Yes. In the head.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's hard for me to watch that because I don't really watch the Archie. I don't watch the Archie streams because unless it is really, really well developed, and I'm talking about the live stream dialogue, not the head nipples. Rarely it's conversation. If there's one thing about being there in it, there's one thing about being there in the moment and taking place in a great conversation. But there's another thing about coming back and spending an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours of your life afterwards.
Yeah.
And hey, Bobby Legs is there.
What's up, Bobby?
Okay, Bobby, I so want to be on Talk Soup tonight, okay? Please, please have me. Please have me, Bobby. Geez. Now, Bobby, trust me, that's going to be the Timepiece Gentleman, all right? And Bobby, if Talk Soup does not include the Timepiece Gentleman and the big collab, I will taunt you at every chance I get. I don't think I'm going to have to, but I'm just saying that up front. I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you. So much there to unpack for that.
Yeah.
But
I think Archie, of course, just agreed to come on just for the views. What's up, Howdy?
Yeah, howdy. Come on, Sunday, 5:20. You're going to wait till May 23rd? Wait a minute. 5:23? May 23rd? Wait, this is the 9th. You're not going to do anything for the next couple of weeks?
He might have Mother's Day playing with his wife today.
Well, yeah, you're doing Mother's Day stuff with your wife? Who are you? Like, who the hell are you, Mike Pence? I'm sorry. It's just like, where he calls his wife mother. I understand they have kids, and technically, she is a mother, but not his mother. And for him to call her mother, that's just damn. That's just creepy as fuck. I'm sorry, but it is. It's like, American Gothic. It's like he's American. It's like the two characters in American Gothic. You expect to hear that kind of attitude and that kind of dress and everything else in the 1920s, not in the 2020s.
Yeah. Flippin', he did a collab with Timepiece Gentleman and Roman and all them. He was on the market update or whatever they did this week. If you want to go back and check it, I think it's on. I thought it was on Roman's channel, but it's on Timepiece Gentleman's channel.
Yeah. Thanks. You screwed me up there until yeah.
Yeah, it's probably easy to find though.
Yep. Well, except he's not even listed as in two surprise guests.
Yeah, Paul Thorpe was one of the others.
Yeah.
Paul didn't get a whole lot of words in though.
Yep.
But yeah, it was definitely pretty interesting. Definitely interesting for sure. But yeah, that's like I said, I got no real topic other than talking about that for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they'll do any more collabs or not.
Hard to tell though. Hard to tell.
So, and I believe Roman was going to try to get me on his channel a couple more times too. So we'll see about that.
No, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my collab with him yet or not, where I did the interview with him.
Yeah, I did watch it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's about close to 40 minutes. It wasn't too bad.
No, not too bad at all.
What's going on, Paul? How's it going, Hot Sea?
Okay. Oh, wow. Yep.
Any opinion on GMT versus UTC? Question above.
Okay. What's the question above?
Okay. Is there any advantage of GMT complication versus UTC? Looking at both, in what your opinion?
I'm going to have to. Okay.
What's up, Peter? I have to agree with you there, John. I think Roman's probably got the most knowledge out of that group.
Yeah.
I don't know on that one, Clyde. You know? On the GMT versus UTC, I don't think it is. I don't think there's really a big difference, is there?
Well, I'm going to have to look up and see what he means. Okay, look, instead of me sitting here, what do you mean by UTC? I want to make sure I understand the question correctly instead of going off half-cocked.
Yeah, because I know Zen has a UTC. I think Bobby actually sold his to a 857 UTC. I had one of those in a while back.
Okay, so what, universal time complication or what?
I think so. I'm not sure.
So in other words, it's set for like Greenwich Mean Time, right?
Yeah. Most UTCs he's seen are a time disc with a 24-hour window.
Okay.
And he's saying that's correct. How's it going, Dodger? How you doing, bud?
Okay. Well, okay. So basically, UTC, it's just Greenwich Mean Time. So, it's just more or less your watch would keep track of two different time zones. The first one, one would be UTC, and the other one would be local or Zulu time. And it'd have to be in such a way that once you got it set up, once you moved the time on the local time, that would then advance or decrease UTC as well.
Yeah. I guess one advantage would be the UTC might tell a few more time zones, maybe.
Okay, say that again.
I guess the advantage of the UTC, maybe it would tell a few more time zones to the GMT.
But I think the UTC would just track your time, your local time in Greenwich Mean Time.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, I would think the I would kind of think that the GMT, you'd be able to set the GMT to something besides Greenwich Mean Time.
Uh-huh.
It would be easier to. It would also. See, that's actually a good question. Probably, one of the ones that I liked the best was actually the Reverso Duo face, and I would just set the other face to another time zone.
Uh-huh.
It'd just make life a little easier. I'd set it to either Brisbane or to Mumbai, or Islamabad.
Mm-hmm. And then Howdy's saying, apart from a 24-hour bezel allowing to calculate a third time zone, I think the information provided to be similar.
Yeah, and besides that, though, there's different ways of doing each one with different movements by different brands. So I think the question itself is so overly broad. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the answer would be really practical.
Yeah, and then Foreman Colossus is asking, he's saying, can't you set a GMT watch to whatever to other time zone you want to track? Yeah.
Right.
You can do that. You can definitely do that. But yeah, I never really use the GMT too much, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, not anymore. And
I don't travel enough.
And if you travel enough, if you have to keep track of time zones in different cities, then you really need a world time.
And how he's saying yes, you can. I answered Forbin's question.
But yeah. But like I said, there are different ways, and even with the Rolex GMT, there was, when they changed movements from the GMT1 to the GMT2, even though it was the same watch with the same function, just how the movements itself, the complications on the movements were drastically different.
I gotcha. And he's saying he always sets his GMT to the whole country, so he's feeling depressed. So I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I don't own it. The only real GMT I own, I guess, is the real time, the Casio Royale. So But you could set that to kind of whatever country or whatever continent,
Right.
whatever, you know, I mean, you just press the little button and it can go to whatever continent. So, but yeah, that's the only one I really wear. And I don't even really use the real-time function on it. This little fun little $30 watch.
Yep.
I actually got another Casio I picked up. I seen you remember Dave from Just the Watch that was on my channel not too long ago? The one that's in Japan.
Yeah.
He's he does a lot of affordables. He had a Casio W217 now. It's like an upgraded version. You remember the old F91s? It's like a upgraded version of that, but it's like a bigger version. So it fits my wrist a little bit better than the F91 does. It's got a little bit more water resistance too. For $20, it ain't a bad watch.
Yep.
So
my staircase width. I just came up with a response for Hotzi, but I mean for 90 knots. But yeah, it looks like she's probably dipped off already. Damn it! Of course, I'm also trying to figure out something in the meanwhile. So, but yeah, you know what a staircase width is, right?
A what?
You know what a staircase width is, right?
No.
You finally come up with the snazzy zinger or the sharp retort as you're walking down the staircase, leaving the park.
Oh yeah, I got you. Kind of like you remember Seinfeld?
Yes.
Costanza.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Flip and Zippo saying he's got a G-Shock with a tide chart. Super useful for a guy on the prairies. It's I've actually used those before, the tide charts. When I used to surf back in the day, I used to wear the you remember the shark watches, the freestyle watches?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually one of my first watches when I surfed back in the day. I actually did use it, the tide thing.
But you live on the coast. What he's saying is,
yeah,
it's just like having a yacht master in the flyover states.
Yeah. You know what I have noticed though? A lot of car guys wear yacht masters. You notice that? Or a lot of the car YouTubers do.
Okay.
Like I think I've seen Shmee wearing one, and then Street Speed 717. I've seen him wearing one too.
Well, like I said, the only ones I really watch are Hovey's Garage, The Wizard, and of course regular car reviews.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't think Hovey. I don't think he wears watches, does he?
I don't know. I don't know if he does or not. I think at one time he did a watch commercial, and it was like some sort of crap.
Probably in movement, probably.
Yeah, something along those lines, or something spectacularly unspectacular.
Yeah, I see who usually sponsors all those car guys as Movement.
Yeah.
Because I know TJ Hunt, I watch him. He's sponsored by Movement. He plugs them all the time. So that is one thing that Movement does right, is their marketing. They might make crappy watches, but they do know the marketing.
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
They know to get the influencers, you know.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I don't know. Timebeast, gentlemen, and like I said, I know it's entertaining. It's a lot behind the scenes, and a lot of people are feeling emotionally involved with it. The trouble is with him and these other watch traders, guys. Those are the people. Those are the people that. Those people are why you can't get your hands on a Rolex.
Yeah, they drive up the prices.
Yep. Because it ought to be like, it almost ought to be like Pac-Man. Because everyone that touches the watch takes value from it, or either takes equity or drives the price up.
Yeah.
And except in this case, there's just, instead of like 4 ghosts. By the way, you know, one of the Pac-Man ghosts, the orange one, is named Clyde, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed very early on, but I didn't tell anybody else. But everyone that touches your watch takes something from it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you also see, like, the Timebeast gentleman, I mean, like I said, I guess I should thank him because I'm not putting any mileage on my car like I used to, because, you know, Anthony and Marco they're hoovering up anything.
Yeah.
Decently priced.
They're even getting to your area, huh?
What?
They're even getting up in your area, huh?
Starting to. There's a couple of times you'll see like a local guy, like some guy in Edmond, say, if you want to sell like a steel Rolex for $6,000, I want it to be sports, and I want to have boxing papers, and I just don't want to pay the bullshit dealer prices. I'm like, bitch, are you kidding? I'd love to pay the dealer price. Are you effing kidding me?
Retail, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to pay retail. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Vice Grip Garage. Yeah. Now, there might be a couple other ones. There might be a couple other ones where they're doing like restorations and stuff like that.
Diaz for Build is pretty good too.
Nice.
He does a lot of actual builds on his channel.
Or sometimes when God, it was another Dallas guy. They had like some sort of Jeep dealership, or either Jeep or custom Jeep place, and this guy would just literally go out and just fly and drive all over the country, and just pull out, have all these garage or barn finds.
Mm-hmm. It's not the guy that works with Richard Rawlings from Gas Monkey, is it?
Richard Rollins?
It's not actual Richard Rawlings, but the guy that works with him, because I know he owns a Jeep shop, I think, too.
I might be thinking of Richard Rollins. That sounds about Richard Rollins or Richard Collins.
There's a blonde guy?
Yeah. His daughter is also blonde.
Okay. Yeah, he's the one that works with Richard Rawlings. He invested in that Ferrari with him.
Yeah.
The F50 they built.
And also has Coffee Walk, I think, is another subset.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
I think so. He kind of reminds me of producer Michael a little bit.
A little bit. Now,
you there?
And I'm not, and at least that guy is going out and finding formerly lost or undiscovered or, hidden gems and bringing them out into the open for us to all enjoy.
Yeah, he's doing the legwork, basically.
Right. And the thing is, the more successful he gets, the more successful he will become, because the more people that knows about him, the more people that will call him.
Mm-hmm.
Over, instead of saying, well, I've got an old barn in Tallahena.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's just like Timebeast. What's up, Clam Walker? How you doing, bud?
Yeah.
That's just like Timebeast Gentleman. I mean, you've seen him probably say how many times he gets sales just off of YouTube. People call him just saying they watch on YouTube, so they just want to buy from him because of that,
Yep. But also,
I mean, it's smart on his end, business wise,
Oh yeah, but also here's the thing though. He does not. I think he buys locally, and he sells nationally.
Mm.
Because the last thing you want to do is the person that you bought the watch from. The last thing you want them to know is how much you sold the watch for.
Yeah. Exactly, because then they'll be like, "Oh, well, I could have gotten it for this price.
Yeah,
or I could have gotten this price for it."
Yep, and that's one of the reasons. For instance, that's one of the reasons. Say, for instance, Christian got, and like I said, we've got our guy Brad over here. Brad Orchard, aka Discount Glenn Campbell. God, the names these guys come up with. Hates Christian for that. Even of course knowing that people got to eat and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, they figured out that if you contact Christian directly and say, "Hey, I will sell you this," or "Would you like to buy this?" Christian will have none of it.
Yeah.
Because he'll lose his halo. If basically Because here's how a watch reseller works. You beat the seller down as much as humanly possible. You do everything to drive down the condition, the perceived condition and value of that watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you put your hands on it, you turn around to the potential seller. Then you turn around to the potential buyer, and you talk up, then that ready piece of shit that you can't believe that you bought from the seller for. It's an heirloom. It's a royal treasure when you're talking to a prospective buyer.
Yeah, and Flip is right too. They usually only work depending on the watch on $1,000 profits here and there. It's not like they make a bunch of money.
See, I don't know. I'm not even sure about that.
You think they make more than that?
Yeah. I don't think. I don't think they're. I think they want people to think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, we're going on about half an hour. You want to call it a day then?
I suppose I could. I need to do a couple of things today before tacos with my daughter, but yeah.
Nice. All right, man. Thanks for coming on, Clyde. Thanks everybody in the chat for joining in. We'll see you guys next time. All right. Later, guys.